Hello everyone, this is Abby here. Quick question. Can you build a mobile app without writing a single line of code? Well, I actually built it for myself using Google's AI Antigravity tool. It's not perfect, but boy, I'm already impressed with it. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate you the real application that I built with Google's AI Antigravity without writing a single line of code, and I'm going to show you where it really shines, what are its shortcomings, and I'm also going to test out Google's new design tool called as Stitch. So stay till the end of the video. So I downloaded Antigravity for my macOS. Now, when you open the Antigravity, you get two options. The first option, wherein you have an existing project, you open that project in Antigravity, you get the AI panel on the right side. Now, of course, this is similar to what you see in Cursor or Copilot. The second option, however, is what differentiates Antigravity from other AI coding tools. And this is what the video is about. Now, this agent manager, it's called as agent manager. Here you're wearing, let's say, a hat of a product owner, or let's say a project manager, whatever you prefer. You provide a detailed requirements for the application that you want to build, and the agent manager go through your requirements and build an application for you. It can be a mobile app or a web app without you writing a single line of code. So I went ahead and provided a detailed description to the agent manager. Now, of course, I had to go through several iterations to make things work to get the desired outcome, as you can see from the conversations that I had with the agent manager. Now, because I'm a programmer myself, I know what technology I am interested in when building an application. So I instructed Antigravity to build an application on Capacitor, Ionic, and React.js because I want this to be a hybrid mobile application that can run on Android and iOS with just one source code. Uh, I'm not interested in the web at the moment. I just want it mobile app only. But even in future, if I'm interested in web, I can take the source code and host it for the web because it's a hybrid application. Now, if you are a product owner or manager, of course, you may not be aware of the technology specifics. You can just instruct the Antigravity that build a hybrid application for me, which can run on all the platform, and most probably it will use such kind of technology and build a hybrid application for you. Here is the final app demonstration. As you can see, no need to sign in. Directly go to the app. I can add the trip, see the list of trips on the home dashboard. I can add expense to the trip. I can see those expenses also on the home dashboard under a trip. And I can see the trip's statistics, and I can also export the trip data. Let's talk about the issues that I faced with anti-gravity, and the first issue that come to my mind is its usage. I think it's a little complicated here, unlike Cursor and Copilot. For example, in Copilot, you can see that the premium requests are reset every month, and you can easily see the percentage that you have consumed so far. And now, when it comes to anti-gravity, it works on a quota-based system. So there is a weekly quota and there's a daily quota. Now, as you can see in the screen, it says 4 hours or 10 minutes. What it means is I have exhausted my daily quota and I have to wait for a certain time for me to effectively use the agent manager, meaning that to get the faster responses. I can still use agent manager for making some small UI tweaks and it will work really well. But if I want to have a full-blown component from scratch or full-blown application from scratch, then most probably it will switch to a lower model or it might not work at all. And if you keep hitting your daily limit, you will also reach a weekly limit, as I did, as you can see on the screen. Now, because I am on the AI developer plan, which cost me around $20 a month. So the statistics, whatever you see on the screen, is as per to what plan I'm subscribed to. Google Antigravity has several other plans. So depending upon what plan you are subscribed to, this quota system, the time that you see on the screen will change. So it feels like it's a hybrid system, uh, but I think it's a little complicated as compared to Cursor and Copilot. So yeah, this is not very straightforward, let's say. Second biggest issue I see with the anti-gravity is its UI awareness. So when I built an application and when I saw the final output, I see that there was some issue with the alignment, some padding here and there. So I instructed the anti-gravity to fix it. Now the problem is it fixed it in one place, but it doesn't fix the same problem in other places. So it doesn't have that intelligence. Of course, I can tell it explicitly to fix in the places where I see issues. But what I would expect from anti-gravity is it automatically have this intelligence, its context awareness to fix the issues in other places as well. Now, if you ask it to fix it, it's not necessarily that it will fix in the first iteration. In fact, in many cases, I had to go through several iterations to fix things which were very trivial in nature. So my suggestion to you is, if you are a programmer and if you're facing this alignment issues, fix it by hand. That's much easier, convenient, faster, and in the process, you will also consume less, let's say, usage from the anti-gravity. So yeah, that's the kind of a weird thing I saw in anti-gravity. Yes, I see that the anti-gravity also introduced a bug in application as it did with me. Like couple of bugs here and there, I found out when I was testing the application end to end. I instructed it to fix it and actually fix it, so that was good. There was also one instance where it completely broke my compilation after introducing a change. So I had to ask it to fix it. It does it. It works well, but you can run into such issues. Personally, I don't see much of a problem here because as humans also we are prone to such issues. The only thing that is problematic to me is that something that was running before, like stable, I'm just scared that if it introduced some instability in those areas, no, because as I told before, it don't write test cases by default, because if you have a test cases in your application, you just have to run this test application to make sure that you're not breaking the things that are stable. So first things I expect from the anti-gravity, maybe it will get better in the future.
The next part that I'm going to talk about is applicable if you are a developer or a programmer. This is about the code quality. For example, this file tripstats modal.tsx. Here it applied inline styles, which I really don't like. It also duplicated the styles again, not a fan of it. Another thing I noticed is it uses the URLs directly in addExpenseModal.tx, which again, in my opinion, should be avoided. The leftovers also I see are not cleaned. So code quality wise, if you ask me, I think it's okay on average, I would say, not very great, but maybe I suppose it will just get better over time. Also, the main important thing I see here is it didn't write the test cases by default unless I explicitly ask it to write it. Now, I think this is very important because I want it to run the test case before making any change, so that I'm sure whatever previous work the anti-gravity agent manager has done is not affected.
Few times I see that the anti-gravity doesn't respond at all, like it's stuck, hang. I try to stop the AI generation, but the button doesn't work. Like I try to click it several times, it doesn't work. Similarly, whenever it asks the confirmation to run the command, sometimes I click on the run and nothing happens. I click several times on run, nothing happens unless I restart the editor and give the prompt again. The next thing that I want to do is to apply a fancy UI to my application, because I'm not very much impressed with the default user interface that the anti-gravity came up with. Now, Google has introduced recently a new design tool named as Stitch, where you express your ideas and Stitch will create designs for you. Quite impressive, isn't it? I mean, it sounds very cool. I was waiting for such kind of a tool to arrive in the market for so long, and Stitch is the right candidate for this job. So I went ahead and I expressed my requirements to Stitch, and it created the designs for me. What I can say is the initial designs that I saw in the Stitch, I am very much happy with it as an initial designs. It actually did a pretty good job. Now, the second thing that I want to do is now to integrate Stitch with the anti-gravity. For that, I went to Stitch and created an API key in Stitch. Then I went to anti-gravity, uh, and in anti-gravity, there is an option to use the Stitch MCP. So you add a Stitch MCP. There you have to paste this API key that you created in the Stitch tool, and then you have to instruct the agent manager that, okay, I want to apply a new design that is available in the Stitch. This is the project name. Use the Stitch MCP, and then it does the job for you. I did the same, but of course, it's not impressive when it comes on the anti-gravity side, because it kept the UI same as is as it was before. The only thing that it changed is the font and the colors. It didn't change any layout or anything that is there in the Stitch. So output wise, I'm not very impressed with what Antigravity did with the integration. Provided I had a very good hope with the Stitch because both are the Google tools, so I expected that they both have a very nice integration end to end. But seems like so far till now, it's not the case. It can still work if you put a lot of efforts instructing anti-gravity with some iterations, but I think that you will pretty soon exhaust your usage of daily limit, weekly limit, whatever you call it, as I did it myself. So not very impressive, I would say. When I actually ran this application on iOS simulator and Android emulator, I got to see many bugs. Like for example, in Android, the application was not functioning at all. Like so, I debugged the issue, and of course, I got to know what the issue is. I instructed anti-gravity, and it actually fixed the issue, and it started working in Android. But then the second issue that I saw in Android was that when you, especially in the font, the keyboard was not closing, it was not behaving as expected. So I had to install anti-gravity to fix it, and that took some iterations, not in one iterations, few iterations. In iOS, I see that the icons were not rendering, and over there, despite of giving many iterations, it still were not working. So I replaced those font icons with the SVG using font awesome. Also, here I didn't write any code. Again, instructed anti-gravity to do so, and it does it. And then the icons in the iOS start working fine. So these are the issues that you are also going to face when you build an application with anti-gravity. Uh, Iterations, you have to go through a lot of iterations to make it work, as I did. So here is the final demonstration of my application using Stitch. This is how it looks like. So here you can see on the screen all three application on all three devices: iOS simulator, Android emulator, and on the web. I will keep exploring anti-gravity plus Stitch integration, and if I have any further observations, I will share with you in another video. I would like to know if you're using anti-gravity, and if you have built any applications with it, please put that in the comment below. If you happen to like this video, please click on the like button. If you like such videos, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.